Well, brazzled by, we're at it again. People quarantined into their houses. Now, this is not the first time we had to do that, you know. And 12 months ago wasn't the first time either. And right here on the shore, too. It was like a dream to me, but it was December of 1928. Diptheria broke out amongst the school children in Admirals Cove, Cape Broyle. December 6th, a 16-year-old girl named Margaret Crew took sick. Mr. Joe Crane and his wife, Mrs. Jane Crane, now, they raised her after her mother died when she was only 3 weeks old. Paddy Crane told me this story. That was his stepsister, but he was away working in the lumber woods that winter. She was only sick for a few days with a sore throat. They called for the doctor. Dr. Freeburn, he was a Scotsman, lived in Broyle, 9 miles away. No phones then. They had to send him a telegram, and it took him 2 days to get there. And just as he got there, he declared a quarantine for diphtheria. Now that'll tell you how much the world is after changing, and just how much is after staying the same. He hung a sign on the door, nobody was allowed in or out. People come to the house and they pass wood and water in through the window. The little girl got worse and they called for the priest, Father Ryan. Well, he come and he prayed over her. And the little one asked him, Father, am I going to get better? And Father Ryan told her, Child, God needs you now. And he gave her the last rites to the church and she died December 16th. John Hawkins and John Doyle made the coffin and passed it in through the window. Mr. Joe and Mrs. Jane had to wash her, dress her, and put her in the coffin and pass her out through the window. People were standing on the road looking in, afraid to get too close. I mean, diphtheria was a death sentence at that time. Some men took her to the graveyard by horse and cart, and then they fumigated the house. They burned sulphur for 2 days in an old pot, with all the windows and doors pasted shut, so no air could get in or out. And then the windows were left open for another length of time. And finally, when they figured all the diphtheria was gone, Mr. Joe and Mrs. Jane were allowed to come out. Now there were 2 other children died that same winter at Admirals Cove, and they were all treated the same way. That's the way we had to do it then. And we were lucky. It never spread and killed us all. So we survived that with nothing at all, you could say. So I suppose we'll get through all this